They'll start this drive out on the ground. First play, second down. Oh, look at the juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
They'll keep it on the ground. Far. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. From Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, his first throw of the playoffs is intercepted.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Throwing to start the drive. Hayes escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Offense to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Carolina. Throwing to start the drive. Hoover looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nelson.
Expanded it and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be tackled right. Up the middle they go. Lowry. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. On second down. Far. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun. Hoover. Caught by Nelson. He's got room to roam. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're 4.
Up the middle, Johnson. That one a first down pickup. Throwing again. Hayes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of second catch of this wild card game, and it goes. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. And it brings up 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 50. Throwing to start the drive. Hoover. Out route here, going to Hunt. He's got it. Now a handoff up the middle. Lowry. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 8 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Throwing on first down. Hoover. Over the middle, complete. That's Cunningham. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. To throw on 3rd down. Hayes being chased out left.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work. The final shot before break. Hayes flushed out right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
Poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds.
Shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Back to throw.
Hoover.
He's got the hook up here to net.
First down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21.
On first down. Far. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Looking to throw.
Hoover.
And at the 9-yard line. It's a loss. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Off the play fake. Hayes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first.
Difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal.
Now here's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 20. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down. Operating from the gun. Hayes. And Thomas has it. And now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3.
And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His throwing to start the drive. Hoover. He completes it to Nelson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Hoover. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
To throw on 2nd down. Hoover. Throw left side complete. That's Reese.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So it winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
There's a quick shot to his tight end.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Back to throw.
That's caught. It's Cunningham.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Cunningham.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reese.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
They'll look to throw. He's got it.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point forthcoming. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
On 1st and 10, Hayes buying time to his left. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Off play action. Hayes.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
A touchdown would obviously be ideal to start this overtime. They'd still need to play defense, but it's 1st and 10.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
They go with the ground game, pick up the 1st, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
A good opening drive so far here in overtime, looking to put the pressure on with a touchdown. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Hayes eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool.
as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Hayes looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
A touchdown does not end it, remember, but it sure would give him a leg up.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's a 1-yard touchdown run.
And, Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime in the postseason. But they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, and I'm sure the team would be in favor of just taking the win right now, but in a small way, those defenders are also kind of happy for the rule change because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Trying to keep their season alive. Down 7 in overtime. They'll, of course, need to score before time runs out in the period as they work on second down.
His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Well, here we go. Now it's gut check time. They need to convert here to keep the series and their season alive.
And obviously, this is their biggest snap of the season. And across the line of scrimmage, how about that defense? They feel exactly the same way, and they know they're one stop from celebrating a win themselves.
Anything short of a first down ends this ball game. Here's 4th down.
On 4th down, Hoover. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Well, the change in rules from the regular season to the playoffs at least gave both teams, Charles, an opportunity, but it turns out the team who scored first got the victory.
They certainly did, partner, but it wasn't as simple as getting a quick touchdown and calling it a day, because they need a standout performance from both sides of the ball to earn this win in overtime, and they got it.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Panthers are